The first armadillo observation occurred in 2003 in Indiana, and that was down in the southwestern portion of the state. And then since then, in recent years, we've been seeing a lot more of them. Up until about 2018, we only had a couple sporadic observations. There were years between sightings. And then since 2018, we've been seeing more and more of them. For the most part, armadillos are expanding naturally. I think that there's a lot of hypotheses out there and probably some old mythology about armadillos, getting rides on semis or train cars. But I think for the most part, what we're seeing is just natural movement and dispersal of these animals. They're new here, but they're not invasive. They're not causing damage to the ecosystems. They're sort of settling in and taking over some niches, filling in other roles that might be missing. There used to be armadillos here. A couple million years ago, we had the beautiful armadillo up until about 11,000 years ago. In Indiana, the only predators that they're going to face likely are going to be coyotes, bobcats, and maybe red-tailed hawks if they can find young. But other than that, the main source of mortality for this species is going to be humans because we're driving cars that hit them. We have domestic dogs that might take them out, and then any nuisance trapping that we conduct. So they're eating invertebrates, bugs, other insects that are out there, and then occasionally eggs and small mammals if they can find them on the ground. I feel like that leprosy armadillo connection is, surrounded by a lot of, fear and mythology of its own. At this point, I don't think that there's a huge concern for that with armadillos in Indiana. I think that one of the more interesting armadillo facts is that every time a female gives birth, she's giving birth to identical quadruplets. So I think you should enjoy that observation if you do see an armadillo in your neighborhood. It's very cool to see them. They're mostly nocturnal, but they can be out around dusk and dawn, and sometimes during the day too, just depending on how hungry they are. But after you see it, submit a report to the Indiana DNR. We have a Report a Mammal webpage where you can get on your phone, your computer, your tablet, and submit that observation, drop a pin where you were, and we'll be able to track that information.